Welcome, class. This week we're going to discuss how to break down a reading passage. Now, this particular presentation will focus on the paragraph. Obviously, many of the readings that we do have multiple paragraphs, but in reality, what you need to learn to do is break down each paragraph as you read through a piece. And then when you get to the end, you can put all of the information together. So let's see what I'm talking about. Let's start with the burger. We call this the hamburger paragraph. The topic sentence is followed by the supporting sentence, which is followed by the supporting sentence 2, which is followed by the supporting sentence 3, which ends up as the conclusion. So again, topic, supporting sentences, and then conclusion. So what this is basically saying is that when you put a paragraph together, you have a topic sentence which signals what's going to happen for the rest of the paragraph. When you bite into this burger, when you put your teeth into that top bun, it's a signal of what's to come. So, after that, you have supporting sentences. These supporting sentences provide details. They're sort of the extras that you get after you bite into the bun. So, in this particular case, what do we have here? Well, this is a complete burger. The supporting sentences in this burger are tomato slices. I see some mushrooms back here. I see some red onion. I see bacon. I see cheese. I see, maybe this is probably some more lettuce, or it could be avocado, because I've seen avocado on burgers as well. And then, of course, the burger itself, the hamburger patty. Underneath that, looks like there's more cheese, lettuce, and then it looks like there's more tomato. So there's a lot of supporting sentences here. There's a lot of supporting items that refer back to this topic sentence or this top burger. And then, of course, it is all finished off with a conclusion sentence, which, of course, in our burger example is the bottom bun. So let's look at this step by step. We start with the top bun. And what do we call that? The topic sentence, correct. Then comes the sentence 2. What do we call this? Supporting sentence, supporting details. In our case, tomato slices, followed by the burger patty, followed by the lettuce and the cheese. I know, Swiss cheese. I actually prefer Swiss cheese on my burgers. Some people prefer cheddar. Some people prefer American. Some people prefer pepper jack. I like Swiss cheese on my burgers. And of course, there's a lot more details that can happen. There could be additional sentences. So you could possibly have supporting sentence 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, or 7 and 8. And those sentences in our burger example would be the mushrooms, avocado, and the red onion. And then finally, our bottom bun. And that, put that all together, that's your hamburger. That is our paragraph. So what does this all mean to us? Okay, so starting with first possible realization is that you need to use a highlighter to identify the topic sentence. This will help you set that sentence apart from everything. Then you need a highlighter to identify supporting points. Then use a highlighter to identify any details that you may not already know. Use a highlighter to emphasize numbers, percentages, or statistics. When these type of numbers or pointers are in a paragraph, it means something. It's telling you something. So you need to emphasize that. And then finally, and this is probably the most important point on this whole list, use a dictionary to look up unfamiliar words. add words to your log. I keep talking about this log. I will have to explain it one day. Now, finally, use a highlighter to note any suggestions or tips in the concluding paragraph. The concluding sentence. So you put all these things together, and this will help you with the next slide, which is a sample paragraph. So let's take a look at this. I've selected this paragraph. This is a reading in one of the sites that I use from time to time. It's a reading tests, and this particular one is called Trampolines. And I've set apart the parts of this paragraph. The first sentence I put in black. The next 3 sentences I put in dark blue. And then the last sentence I put in black. So what I'm trying to show you here is the first sentence, which is in black. That's the topic sentence. That's right here. And then I have all the supporting details, the supporting lines, the supporting sentences in blue. And then finally the conclusion, I put that in black. So the topic sentence, which tells us what this paragraph is all about, is a tumbler named George Nissan and his coach Larry Griswold made the first modern trampoline in 1936. So that's what everything in this paragraph is going to be about. You're not going to find out why George's last name is Nissan, if he is possibly related to any of the people who make Nissan cars. That's not what this paragraph is going to be about. It will be about trampolines. So now we're going to have 3 sentences that are supporting details telling us the how, the why, and the what. They got the idea by watching trapeze artists bounce off a tight net at the circus. The 2 men experimented with different fabrics and designs. They found a winner when they stretched a piece of canvas across a steel frame and held it in place with springs. Interesting, right? So now you know how they found the idea, what they used, what they went through, and how they finally solved their problem. And then finally, we have the conclusion, which is they named their device after the Spanish word trampoline, which means diving board. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the exact way of how to break down a paragraph. If you've noticed, I have things colored in different ways, so I have things set up so that I can pay attention to what is going on. In fact, I should have also highlighted this in some way, because that would be an important point. Another important point would be that when they finally figured out how to do it, not only did they use canvas, they used a steel frame, and they held it in place with springs. Again, important points to consider, because that is why the trampoline worked. Okay? Well, I hope this helps. This will help with the readings that you have to do this week, the assignments. If you have any questions, obviously, please call me. But till then, now, go make yourself a burger. And don't forget the sprouts. They're healthy and they're good for you. Signing off for now. Bye-bye.